It's Tania's world. Vlogs plus she got reactions. You should see this girl. Going up, she never lacking. It's Tania, you see her. Bringing flames, man, what? Gotta shout out T-Gang. Stand up, stand up.
What is up with my gang? What is up with my squad? T-Gang in this thing. What's poppin' with y'all? What's up, T-Gang? Welcome back to my channel. So today, your girl will be checking out 3 true all alone at night horror stories. Volume 3. I think it was a few days ago, maybe it might have been a few weeks ago. I did horror stories from Airbnbs, and I did have somebody say that they're gonna stay in hotels. Now that was just Airbnbs, but they have one for hotels, so you let me know if you want me to check that out. But smash the like button, comment something you want to see below. Comment if y'all like these type of videos, because that video didn't even do bad. I thought it was going to do terrible. I just uploaded it because I like to check out stuff like this, so I was like, why not do a reaction for y'all? Let me know if y'all want me to check out. I mean, even if y'all don't, I probably still will end up doing it, just because they do be having some real interesting stories. I'm not even gonna lie. Also, subscribe, click the bell, and join the gang. If you're new, then definitely subscribe, because we're going over. But follow me on my social medias. Definitely follow me on my Instagram, _is_Tania's_world. But we're gonna get to this video. One story I feel like is gonna be in one of these stories is they're gonna be in the living room and somebody gonna come in through their window. I mean their bedroom window or something. Mark my words. But we're gonna check this video out. Not gonna lie, watch it be an ad. Watch it be an ad. I'm sucky now. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta turn it up. Not gonna lie, y'all. Which is weird. I was more scared with the Airbnb, but something's telling me that this one's gonna outdo the Airbnb video.
With a few of my friends that I've known since high school. Most of us live far away from each other, so meeting up once a year is how we stay connected. Anyway, I'd been gone for a week and was a bit exhausted and looking forward to just resting at home for the weekend before I had to go back to work. When I got inside, I didn't even bother to unpack anything. I walked over to the kitchen and got a couple snacks to substitute for my dinner, then turned off the lights and laid down on the couch.
That would not satisfy me.
I didn't bother with the TV either. I planned on just eating and scrolling on my phone, then falling asleep. After a while, my eyes got heavy and I put my phone down on the coffee table and closed my eyes. It was late, though I don't recall ever looking at the exact time before I fell asleep. Sometime later in the night, though, I woke up. It didn't seem to be for any reason, as I didn't hear anything, but my eyes shot open and my head was in alert mode. It was a strange feeling, like something had to have woken me up to make me feel like this. I sat up and rubbed my eyes, then grabbed my phone and got up to go to bed, figuring maybe my brain felt weird about me sleeping in the living room.
Y'all let me know if y'all can sleep in y'all living room, because that's just something I used to be able to do, but I don't know. I can't do it no more. I have no idea what in me changed, but I can't do it no more. I don't know, but y'all let me know, because I'm kind of curious. I be needing my bed. I need to lay. And on a couch, I'm too big. I'm too tall. Like, I'm not tall. For a girl, I'm like average. So when I lay on couches, it gotta either be like one of them little L-shaped couches, or it gotta be like them ones with the I don't know the freaking correct name, but the ones with like the 3 seats. It has to be those two, because if it's a love seat, your girl ain't fitting.
I saw the back porch light was still on. This wasn't shocking, as I'd left it on while I went on vacation in hopes to mislead any possible robbers, as it would look like someone was home. As I flicked the light off, though, my eyes shifted to the back door. It was unlocked. I immediately got a bad feeling in my gut, staring at the door. I thought maybe I was crazy and pulled the door, but sure enough, it opened. I quickly shut it and locked it. Had I forgotten to lock it before leaving? There was no way. I checked every door and window multiple times before leaving. I went around and turned on all the downstairs lights and looked around, trying to spot anything missing. but nothing that I could notice was gone.
Boy, look, this is what either happens when you go away on vacation and some weird stuff like this happening. They either done stole something or they in your house. And I learned that, I mean, thank God, not like actually going through it, but just like off of hearing stories. And I don't really believe it, but there was some YouTubers that said that there was a man living up in the attic. But there was a movie on don't judge me. I used to watch Lifetime movies. I don't watch them no more. It was a movie called like The Boy in the Attic, and the boy was freaking living in the girl's freaking grandma's attic. Now this is where the freaking movie was literally fake. Why would the girl date the boy in the attic after she finds? I don't freaking care if you was homeless, if the freaking sheriff didn't want you in the city, the county, whatever. I don't care. What type of weird stuff is you on to live in my grandma's attic and then she passed and you still living here? What is... But them is the only two things that can happen when something like this go down. You leave. Y'all think I'd still be in the house? Nope, I'd be outside. You can have the house for a few minutes while I step outside, call 911, because somebody gonna check this house. Let's see. He might have a gun. Don't sound like it though, because he sound like he freaked out, but he might have a gun. Let's pray.
Really unsure about the situation I was in, I went back to the door and tested the lock. With the door locked, I was able to pull it open. I looked closer and could tell that a part of the latch was broken.
Oh, my
There
freaking
wasn't
heart.
a single part of me that wasn't terrified in that moment. I knew the chances of whoever had broken in to still be in the house were slim, but I could not sleep until I was sure. This was the exact time when I should have called the cops. I don't know if I was just too tired to think straight, or if I was just really confident that nobody was still there, but I went upstairs to check the rooms.
Oh, I was about to say.
Switching on the hallway light, all the doors were closed, just as I'd left them. My master bedroom was on the far end, with a bathroom and spare bedroom before it. I checked the bathroom first, opening the door and taking a quick look. It was empty. No signs of anything out of place.
Because he probably living in there.
I used this room mainly for storage, so there were a lot of boxes and furniture scattered around. As I walked through the room, looking behind the boxes, I suddenly heard very quiet, soft footsteps coming from the master bedroom. They went across the room and to the door, then stopped. It was as if me and this intruder were just listening, waiting for someone to do something. The anticipation and anxiety made fear rush through my whole body. I could hear my heart pounding as I stood in the middle of the room, staring at the doorway leading to the hall. Then...
My question, what is in your hands? We need a weapon. We need something. We need something. You can't just, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Sit there and be like, you know what? Fist fight me. Fist fight me. Fight me. Fight me. I'm just get back to it. Because I can feel myself getting slightly irritated with this man. Because it don't sound like he got anything in his hand. Maybe I missed it. Maybe he did grab something, put it in his hand for protection. But it don't sound like he got anything in his hand. So what are we staring at the door for, sir? You gonna tell him get out? He made his way in. Didn't really care. Do you think he's gonna care that you're telling him to get out without a weapon in your hand? That's all I'm saying. But let's get back to it, because somebody gotta move. Somebody gotta make another move, because you can't just sit there and stare at the door the whole time. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I heard the master bedroom door creak open.
Oh, hey, my bedroom.
Another second of silence passed before loud footsteps sprinted down the hall and a figure ran past the doorway.
You
I
got me
just
scared.
froze. Couldn't get myself to move or anything. Just completely frozen, listening to my heart beating rapidly as the footsteps ran through the house and out the back door.
What did
Still in
he
a
see?
state of shock, I pulled my phone out and called the police. This was one of those home-breaking cases that likely had a much more horrifying plot than just a simple robbery. Whoever it was didn't take anything. Police found no sign of someone having stayed there for long.
He probably freaking scared. He probably not. I mean, I ain't saying you gotta necessarily be a pro, but I mean, there's certain people that's just pros at robbing and stealing. There's some people that's pros and will snatch something you won't even know until they done freaking been miles away. He seemed like he freaking knew to this robbing stuff too. He knew and he's scared. They just both freaking screwed up.
So they had to have broken in earlier that day.
Or
Whoever
that.
the intruder was somehow knew I was coming back that day and tried to break in discreetly so that I wouldn't notice when I got home. Then they went upstairs and hid in my bedroom all night, waiting for me to come in without expecting anything. And who knows what they planned to do if I walked through that door.
I'm over here thinking I'm about to hear somebody got shot or
I worked at a
something.
gas station for a couple years in
It's a
my
disappointment.
mid-30s. I've always had jobs that barely let me scrape by, so working at a gas station wasn't much better or worse than many of my other previous employments. If you've ever worked at or been to a gas station at night, then you know that there's always only one employee. Maybe larger gas stations have multiple, but with my experience it was always only one person. There was never anything to do, so you really only needed a single person, but it definitely made it eerie sometimes while being there alone. I'd stand and look out the window by the counter, seeing...
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. We're gonna get back to it.
With a field of darkness behind them. The location of the station I worked at was on the edge of town, a few minutes from any other buildings. We get a lot of traffic from truck drivers and cars that would travel between the cities, which was very common for work in the area. When this happened to me though, it was the beginning of spring and had been raining quite a lot. What's great about when it rains is that most people choose to pay with a card instead of cash, meaning far less people would actually enter the store. It was raining heavily this night, and very few cars were even coming up to fill their tanks. I guess we weren't busy in the daytime either, because all the shelves were fully stocked, leaving me with absolutely nothing to do but sit there and wait for the clock to run down.
I'm gonna find something to do.
Past midnight, I was seeing maybe 1 or 2 cars pull up every hour. One man actually came in to pick up a pack of smokes, but that was it.
A pack of smokes.
After that, I was fighting hard to stay awake. It wasn't even that I was tired, I was just extremely bored. But then a car rolled into the station, followed by another, and then another. What are the odds, right? I started paying attention, watching through the side window. None of the people got out, they all just stayed in their cars right next to the pumps, keeping their cars running. After a few minutes, I thought I might actually have to go out there and tell them that it's dangerous to leave their cars on next to the pumps. But then a few doors opened and a few people got out. 5 people total exited the cars. They were all men and were wearing thick winter-type jackets. Leaving their cars on still, they began walking up to...
this don't, like, I don't even know where this story's about to go. But if he's saying there don't be nothing to do, daytime or nighttime, and now you see all these cars pulling up, which you work at a gas station, something ain't right. Well, I don't know. Something don't feel right to me, because if he work at a gas station, it's kind of like, it should be normal to have cars pulling up, not freak out, but something in his stomach must have been telling him, don't trust it. He ain't trusting it.
All of the men made eye contact with me as they entered while I stood at the counter. I'm not going to try to make myself sound brave or anything, because I was shitting bricks at this point. Just the fact that they left their cars on was a clear enough sign of what was about to happen. One of the men came up to the counter, while the other 4 scattered around the store. "How's your night going, bud?" The man spoke with confidence. I looked around his shoulders, seeing the other men grabbing handfuls of product and shoving them into their backpacks. The confidence they had in what they were
about
doing,
to get robbed.
not even yelling commands at me or holding me at gunpoint, made me absolutely terrified. Probably more so than if I actually was held at gunpoint. They knew I couldn't do anything, so they didn't even bother to go through the effort of dealing with me. Everything going through my head, I'd never even answered the man. "We'll be gone in a couple minutes. Everything will be fine," the guy said. One of the other men came up and jumped
I
over
highly
the
doubt
counter.
that.
Open it. I did as he said, letting him take the cash from the register.
Alright, we not gonna sit here and act like that don't look like the freaking liquor store from Juice. We not gonna sit here and act like that don't look like the, I mean, it look a little bit more like, you know, up to date, but this looks like the freaking, God. I'm like, why does it look familiar? It looked like Juice when they freaking robbed the liquor store. Y'all let me know if y'all seen Juice. Had to think about it, because I'm like, some people ain't never seen Juice.
At night, though, there was barely anything in there. The guy held up a few dollar bills, showing the man on the other side of the counter. Where's the rest? We don't have any more. My boss makes sure it's mostly empty before we switch shifts. Of course, the man did not look satisfied with that answer. He stared at me for what felt like an entire minute. But then he smiled. Have a good night, bud. He motioned to the others, and they walked back to their cars and drove off. Without hesitation, I called the police.
You just got
I was
punked.
almost 100% sure that they were about to hit a nearby gas station in an effort to grab more cash. I alerted them of my concerns, and they sent multiple officers to that location, as well as an officer to mine. It turned out I was right. They did go to the neighboring gas station, but the officers arrived too late. The worker there had been robbed clean and had some mild injuries, but from what I heard, he was mostly okay. It's been years since this happened, and thankfully I never saw them again, though I'm unsure if they ever got caught and arrested. I feel really guilty for some reason about that other gas station worker that got hurt, mostly because I didn't get physically harmed in any way. I don't know the full story of what went down at their station, but I feel lucky that it didn't go that way for me. Maybe the worker tried to fight back, or maybe he didn't. I don't know. But sometimes
Look, you can't sit there and say like he don't know what happened with the next situation at the next gas station or whatever. But you just got punked out of some stuff that you didn't even pay for. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If I was working there and they was trying to steal some stuff, I just let them take it. I do need this job, but we can easily, like, if it's that big of a deal, we can figure something out to get the freaking stuff back in the store. It's not that serious to freaking be like, oh, you're stealing, give me my stuff back. It's not even your stuff. You just work there. You just work for the company. That's not your stuff. You didn't pay for it. You shouldn't say nothing. But he really just got punked. Like, they came in, took whatever they took, and they just walked out, and you just let them go. You just let them fly with the wind. He talking about I feel bad for, boy, you shouldn't feel bad for nobody but yourself. Cause like, it's not that serious to say something, cause it's not his stuff, but it's just the way they came in and just took the stuff and was putting it, like they intentionally doing it in front of your face, and you just gonna sit there and just take it. That's the part that's getting to me. You just gonna sit there and take it.
Just best that you accept you're in a bad situation and that there's nothing you can do. I'm a 22-year-old male, and this encounter happened a few months ago.
Oh, God.
I live in an apartment just outside my college campus. It's a fairly nice, newer apartment building, but the surrounding area is pretty shady. I don't spend any time around there, though. I just drive down to my campus and back. I hadn't had any bad experiences before this, so I didn't ever find myself worried about much of anything. It was a Friday, and I'd just gotten back from school. I stayed late to get some extra studying done, so it was around 7 o'clock. I pulled into the small parking lot and headed inside the building. Walking inside, I went up the stairs to my room on the 4th floor and went inside, dropping my school bag right by the shoe rack I kept next to the door. I grabbed a pre-made salad from the fridge and sat on the couch to watch something while I ate. While scrolling through YouTube on the TV, a very loud, sudden thump came from the room below. It wasn't an alarming sound necessarily, but more just surprising and out of nowhere. I listened for a moment, then continued with searching for a video to watch. A few minutes later, that same sound came from below me again. I paused the video and sat there, patiently waiting for it to happen again. I was more curious than anything.
Y'all ever see that meme where it's like you hear something and you get quiet and you trying to listen? Where it's like you doing something, your mind is on something else. You hear something, you're like, nope, this can wait. What did I just hear? Because I could hear something. Hopefully this one got some type of, not common sense, because it's not even really about having common sense with these stories. It's more so, what were you doing in that situation? Like the first one, oh, he came home from vacation. Why are we just staring at the door? What were you doing? What were you doing? The last one with the Airbnbs, that was common sense. This one is, what are you doing? The freaking last one, you just let them punk you out of everything pretty much. Like, hopefully this one, I don't have to say, what are you doing? Let us pray.
After a couple minutes, it happened again, but this time it was louder, and it even caused the walls to vibrate and shake. It was more obviously someone banging something against the wall, but I didn't know what or why. I waited again, but after a bit of no further sounds, I just continued about my night. I'm not sure how much time passed, but it wasn't too long, maybe 40 or 50 minutes, when I heard a knock by the front door. I was in the kitchen, which was right next to the door, so I knew the knock didn't come from my door, but most likely my neighbor's. Listening more carefully, I could hear a man mumbling something. It sounded like he was having a whole conversation with himself, just whispering and mumbling random sentences. I won't lie, it kind of creeped me out. When the mumbling stopped, I went over to the door and looked out the peephole to see if he was gone. The dude was standing in the dark, right in front of my door. He was looking down at the knob as if contemplating whether or not to try opening it. I backed up, trying to quietly walk back to the couch to
Oh god. He's getting a what are you doing to? Why would you? We're just gonna get back to it before I get annoyed with this one, because I could sense that this one is really gonna like irk my nerves, because yeah, I'm just gonna take a seat right here on my couch, knowing there's a man outside possibly thinking to break in. I don't care about my life. Let him break in. That's what he's saying in this situation.
But almost immediately, the guy banged on my door. He began mumbling again too, making me believe he was definitely on some hard drugs or something.
About the same thing.
I took my phone and held it tightly, unsure of what exactly my next move was going to be. I didn't know if he was just some harmless druggie, or if he had worse intentions. But I felt fairly safe where I was, so I held off on doing anything. After maybe 30 seconds, though, the man banged on my door again, yelling something at me, though it was heavily slurred and unrecognizable. I ran to my bedroom and called the police. I didn't know what he wanted, but the fact that he wasn't leaving made me pretty scared of what he wanted. The operator said they were a few minutes out, and asked if I wanted to stay on the line. I told them I was okay, and hung up. Just then, the guy outside the door started banging even harder. He was definitely hitting the door with something, as it was too powerful of hits for it just to be his hands. It sounded more like he was trying to break the door down at this point. I grabbed a baseball bat from the corner of my room and prepared to hold my ground as the man continued with his efforts. This went on a while, until I saw the reflection of flashing blue lights outside the window. A minute later, an officer called out something in the stairway, making the man by the door stop. I heard them take the guy down, and I opened the front door to talk to the police. There were huge dents and cracks on the front, clearly having been smashed with some sort of hammer or even a crowbar. But what I found out next was extremely tragic and awful.
What did you find out?
The room below mine had a young lady living in it who was found unconscious due to heavy blows to the head. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to recover and passed away at the hospital. Her front door was wide open, with no signs of damage, so it's likely she answered the door, unknowing of who was there.
God freaking... What in the world is wrong with these... Lord Hammer. I'm telling... What was the last one? The Airbnb. She just acting like it's her house. This one opened the freaking door. Do you know this man? I don't think so. I understand you trying to be nice. Maybe he was like, hey, can I borrow your phone? Can I get some coffee or something? And she goes, oh, I feel so bad for him. Then he over here, if he's talking outside of his freaking door to himself, she probably felt bad for him too. I don't know what, look, I'm different. I'm very caring, but there's certain things that I just don't do. That is one of them. I don't care if you say, well, I don't know. I'd probably have to be in that situation where like somebody like, oh my gosh, he's trying to kill me. See, I would have to be in that situation to know exactly what I would do. If somebody just like, can I get a cup of coffee, or can I use your phone, or something like that to get me to open the door? No, I'm sorry. I would like to be nice and help you, because I do have a good heart and I do care about people, but no, I'm sorry, I can't. Why would she open the door? Oh Lord. It's not even her story, and I just like, what were you doing? I mean, not what, you know what I mean, but like, what was she doing?
After beating the lady, he smashed several holes in the walls of her apartment using a large hammer that they found him holding while arresting him. The guy was heavily under the influence of drugs and alcohol, and apparently told the officers that he was looking for a stash hidden in the walls. There were no signs of anything being hidden in any of the rooms after being searched, so the guy likely just made it up in his head while drugged up. What's terrifying is that he was really close to doing the same thing to me as he did to the lady below me. I feel really bad for her though, probably just being nice and opening the door. No idea that her fate was behind it.
Looky here, y'all. Looky here. All right. Clearly, he's on something. If he's saying he's trying to find... What? There's some people in the world that I think have the smarts to understand right from wrong, and then there's some people that I'm just like, I mean, thank God he didn't open the door. I do feel bad for her, but at the same time, now I want to hear her story, but we can't because she's not here. I mean, at least he grabbed the bag. The other two stories, they didn't grab nothing. But this man talk, he clearly ain't no freaking like no cool drugs. He on that hard stuff. He talking about trying to find a stash. Well, first of all, who told you this? Was it the drugs or was it somebody else? Cause who put this in your head that we just got money just stashed in the wall or something? Y'all let me know if y'all want me to check out any more. What? Y'all, I don't even think I gotta ask. I don't even. Wait a minute. Oh, I was about to say. Y'all, this same freaking channel then uploaded 3 creepy babysitting horror stories. Now we gotta check it out. I was gonna ask y'all if y'all wanted me to check their channel out more, but we gotta check it out. I gotta check that video out. Smash the like button, comment something you wanna see below. Comment some stuff. I'm seeing stuff on their channel too, but if y'all checking out their stuff too, let me know if it's some videos I ain't checked out yet that y'all want me to check out. This is a cool little channel. It's very creepy. Very creepy, but it's a cool channel. Also subscribe, click the bell, and join the gang. If you're new, then definitely subscribe because we're going nowhere but it. Follow me on my social media. Definitely follow me on my Instagram, _is Tania's World. But until next time, remember it's T gang or no gang. We out.